Hello and welcome to Free Cheese episode 319. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Mark Augustiniak.
Hey there.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. Let's check in with the leaderboards, Mo.
What's
I
Mo?
don't know. It just popped into my head right before we hit record, and then now it's a part of us and a part of the show.
Who's in the lead?
Darren from North Heights, Oklahoma. Darren, tell them where you're from. I don't have, there's still music playing, so it's not. Yeah. Will he get a piece of the aggro crag? I don't know, but I do know we have a good show planned for you today. Talk a little bit about Gears 5, a little bit about The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer, or lack thereof. Some emails later on sent to podcast at thefreecheese.com. But first, how is Mark doing?
Mark is so excited, so ready. I don't sound like it, but I am. Because friggin' fall.
Yes, as we debuted.
Tomorrow's October 1st.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So,
as we debuted last week, of course, fall is here.
yes. And I'm ready. You know, like I was saying before we started, I had like a little list just to keep myself in the just
In the spirit.
I mean, it's not hard to maintain that, but you know, just hey, what are some things I found out? I had some minor traditions I didn't realize that I do.
You want to share any of them?
So I made a list of like what to watch, what to play, what to eat, where to go.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. And so I found out that I don't play Costume Quest until it's October.
Yeah, but that is on brand for Mark.
And I save it.
Yeah.
This time I'm adding Luigi's Mansion to that because I've never really played those. Yeah. So it's like, start with the first one, then after that's done, get the second one, and just wait for Halloween for the third one.
I forgot that game's, like, I think it was yesterday I was driving home, and I just remembered that Luigi's Mansion's coming. Because I was like kind of planning out, like, what's the rest of this year look like for releases, and what do I have to spend? And I was like, all right, I got to get Link's Awakening soon.
Yeah.
I was like, what else is in October? Like, Destiny's there, and I'm like, I'm going to get that, because for me, the big draw to Destiny 2 is just the big expansions. Like, the in-between stuff, you know, I have that love-hate, like, this game's great, this game's fucked, back and forth.
I feel that with Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Pocket Camp, specifically.
Yeah. But that, I'm, like, running through, I'm like, oh, fucking Luigi's Mansion's, like, just a couple weeks
away. It looks
away.
so good. Like, I'm not watching a lot on it.
No, but everything I
like,
see.
Hyped.
And they cheat, too, right? They're like, it's more than just a mansion. It's like, well, here's the wacky desert room. It's like, okay, you guys,
This is the game you can do that with.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
You know?
Yeah.
And I never played the sequel to Costume Quest.
Yeah.
I think hopefully this is the year to do that. Because I think my original idea was I was saving it for like, these are certain games that I only want to stream and play.
I remember that.
Playing by myself, and I'm like, whatever, just play. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and like foodie, like, of course, warm apple cider. Yeah. Possibly spiked if you want to do that.
Hey, do what you want, man. You know,
yeah,
it's 2019. Who gives a shit?
Made it for the first time like last year, and I just loved it. Or maybe it was 2 years ago. I can't remember. Then I don't know, like go to Weber's Farm, of course.
Yeah, I went about a month ago. It's too early.
Yeah, I haven't waited yet. I'm waiting.
They had Halloween stuff, like the small little section where you could buy like a little stupid cat knick-knack thing that said boo on it or whatever. But it was, they didn't have apples out yet. They just had like peaches. And I was like, all right, we got to make some changes.
I never gotten peaches from there.
Did I buy? I didn't buy any. I bought apple cider, which was
right.
good.
You know, and then you gotta watch you know, whatever your favorite spook movies are.
Yeah.
But mine, I always have to add. Crap, what was it? Usually, it's the Friday the 13th movies.
I hadn't seen any of those in a real long time.
In like height of the game when that was out.
Yeah.
And like thriving.
Yeah.
I did like a little marathon with my friends, and we like themed the whole basement to be all spooky and whatnot. We had, you know, like his mom's severed head on a table with the candle surrounding it, where all the food is, a little bloodstained sweater.
I remember, yeah.
I love that. So, yeah, got to throw that in there. Some Scooby-Doo, you know.
I need to go back to the Scooby-Doo horror stuff this fall. I think
for me, it's not so much of like...
Or just any Scooby-Doo.
Right. Yeah. Like, well, I recommend Mystery Incorporated.
That's the newer one, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there an even newer one?
There's even newer one now that actually sticks to the original style. It's just cleaned up with like digital animation.
I like that.
And they have the guest stars in each one. So it's I think it's called Guess Who Scooby Doo.
Right.
Scooby Doo and Guess Who.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Like of course Batman's in it.
Yeah, you gotta do.
That. Kevin Conroy. So that's good. I think before I had the VHS of Scooby Doo with Batman, and I think that might have been Adam West.
I mean, this was like this year.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Wait, what?
It kind of reminds me of like Harvey Birdman type stuff.
Oh shit, Kevin Conroy did Batman. Did you just say that?
I did.
Okay, I was reading while you said
that's
it,
fine.
and then like you said, it didn't register until I saw it. Got Abraham Lincoln played by John DiMaggio.
I think
Jim Gaffigan as himself.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I would love to. I think Penn and Teller might be.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Wanda Sykes is in it.
Like this is stuff that's I need to. I haven't seen any of it. I just seen clips online, but I would love to watch that.
Did you see who else is in it?
Sonic,
but he's not playing Sonic. He's playing Steve Urkel.
Oh, Jaleel White.
Jaleel White is playing.
Oh yeah,
Steve Urkel in an episode.
So
Bill
good.
Nye plays himself.
But yeah, I'm just all about just like I like something about like that. Just like some kind of atmosphere, like the more family-friendly atmosphere. There's something about that I really like.
Yes.
And then sometimes I like to dip a little deeper in some of the more creepy stuff here and there. But overall, I don't know. There's just something about that. I think maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe it's a childhood thing.
No, but there's something about the Scooby-Doo aesthetic that just works.
Scooby-Doo, Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Costume Quest. Like, I'm just saying just all that. I don't know.
Where it's lighthearted but still spooky.
Yeah, I really like the idea of like vintage Halloween. Yeah. Like 70s Halloween. Like something about that.
It's because it was still Halloween.
Everything's just shades of orange and brown outside, but your clothes are all denim.
Yeah. Happy. So as we're talking, sorry, I'm downloading the what do you call it?
Boomerang app.
Thank you.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Is that what it's on?
Yes.
Oh, I was just joking.
And it says Happy Scoobtober, watch free treats. And they've got oh my God, it's just a bunch of curated Halloween stuff from Looney Tunes and whatever else. This is
nice.
Oh, this is going to be a thing. Can you pay for Boomer? All right. Anyway, you can watch free for 1 week or you can jump in. This is good, Mark. This is pretty damn good. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You's on here. Popular movie. All right. Sold.
Good stuff. So yeah, that's been me. I'm ready. Ready to just jump into those leaves.
I am too. You might be asking yourself, Joe, why are the insides of your fingers cut?
Hey, Joe, why are the inside of your fingers cut?
Well, let me tell you, Mark. Yesterday morning, I woke up super early. Katie and I both wake up. She's in the bathroom getting ready. I'm crawling out of bed to go walk downstairs and pour coffee. And I give her, the old pantomime karate kick, lose my balance completely, knock a picture off the wall. The picture hits the ground. The frame splits into pieces. No. The glass doesn't break.
Oh, interesting.
Just the frame itself. And I was like, shit. And I like hit the ground. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I was like, shit. All right, I'll get you a new frame this weekend. She was like, I have more in the attic or in the closet. Just grab one of those. I was like, all right, that's fine. So I'm getting ready and
it sounds pretty funny.
She leaves. Yeah,
it probably wasn't funny during, but
no, I laughed and she was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I talked to her last night. And she was
Rex Kwon Do.
She was like, "I'm still just thinking about how fucking stupid. What the fuck? What?" I was like, "I tried to karate kick you, show you my moves, Captain Falcon style, and I just lost my balance." She's like, "That's what you were doing." She's like, "I just saw you tumbling all over the place like a fucking idiot, and then on the ground." So I get one of the frames out of the closet, grab the glass to put everything back together, and as I'm putting it all in the frame, I'm like, "Why?" There's something between my skin and this thing, this backing board that's not. It's not air, right? Like I feel there's something. So I look, like I'm bleeding.
Is it a staple?
No, just blood.
Okay.
I guess when I picked up the glass, the side of the glass just right up both my fingers.
It's like it's like paper cut like.
It's paper cut like. That's for sure.
Ooh,
but it was with glass, and then
were there like any little specks inside?
Ooh, I hope not. I don't know. I literally.
I think you would have felt it by now if that was.
Yeah, no.
The case.
It just has that soreness, like clean cut, open wound feel.
Oh, I hate that.
It's better today. Yesterday I had to wear Band-Aids.
It's so weird. It's like, yeah, you know what? Show me a movie where fingers are severed. Fine. Paper cut. How dare you?
Yeah, right. It makes my skin crawl.
Ugh.
The worst part was the Band-Aids that we had this fabric that when my fingers would touch each other, it would feel like when you rub the seatbelt together. You ever do that? It's like chewing on tinfoil where you just want to fucking die.
I don't think I've done it intentionally.
All right, well, if you're in your car right now, do me a favor. Grab your seatbelt, pinch it to close it over itself, taco style, and then just let it kind of rub it together.
And you hate that feeling?
Ooh, it makes me want to scream.
I hate any kind of like dry, powdery concrete.
Okay.
So like usually, like sometimes like some statues have like that weird chalky texture to it, or like you might like, or that old like skull chalk, but like the sides of it is not smooth.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I like the smooth. When it's not smooth, I don't know. There's even certain pizza crusts when it's like too much flour.
Just that
on like the outside of it, just like something about that texture makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Especially if the sound, like, perfect example. If you're in art class and you are you're building something with like clay or whatever, like sculpting. Sorry, not building. And it gets put in the oven, but it's not polished. So it's that dry clay.
So you rub your fingers across it.
Ooh, that or like the sound of I can hear it in my head as I'm saying it. The sound of that like together.
Yeah.
That I can't. It gives me goosebumps, like not in a good way.
I don't like that at all.
That's the worst feeling in the world for me.
That's how it was yesterday with those fucking Band-Aids. So I'm happy that this is partially healed so I can take it off.
I'm starting to think I did that seatbelt thing before, and I am okay with it.
I hope you are. I hope everyone out there listening is okay with it.
Are all seatbelts, do they all have the same like...
They all, like my teeth are fucking...
Same texture and pattern on them? You know, like those little like stripes of
punch.
zigzags?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My dad has it with styrofoam.
Oh.
Like whenever we would take styrofoam out of a box, he'd be like, I gotta leave the room.
Interesting.
Just like the sound. I guess we all have different frequencies or some shit. I don't
know.
Dear scientists, tell us why we have these.
Email us your favorite frequencies at podcast@thefreecheese.com.
We'd love to know the answers to that. Well, Mark, did you play any video games in the last week?
I did.
We played a video game in the last week.
Yeah,
Matt, and I thought that we were going to talk about it, and then I forgot that Matt is getting married today, or at a wedding today.
Oh, so should we just save it?
No. Well, so we started the game, I think last week by the end of the episode, we talked about giving ourselves an ultimatum, because Matt was really jonesing to play the game, but we wanted to play it as a trio, so we started it. I'll leave, some room for him to comment on it next week when he's back, but I like it so far.
It's playable.
So what I like, we're about halfway through the game. We're playing 3-player co-op, and two of you play as members of the COG. Is that what they are?
Mm-hmm.
And the third plays as a robot.
I like how we're not saying a name, but we're saying what the characters are from.
Huh?
We never said the title of the game that we're playing.
Oh, did I not say that?
No,
Jesus. No. I thought, sorry. No. It's been a long week, and I have a really bad headache right now.
Oh, no.
You'd never know it if I didn't tell you, but now I told you. I'm distracted.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're playing Gears 5. So the third player plays as Jack, this little floating robot who can grab weapons for you. He can damage enemies. He can apply shields. He's got a lot of cool...
He's your best bud.
Yeah. So it feels a lot better to me in comparison to the remaster that I played a little bit of and what I played of Gears 4 earlier this year. Because earlier this year jumped in anticipation for Gears 5 to be like, I want to get into it. And they felt weird. They felt not great. And this one has moments of that where I feel like I'm running and I'm like, it just feels a little strange. Yeah. Snapping to cover doesn't always seem like I'm doing it right. But I really like the way that they tie gameplay together in a co-op experience. Like the fact that I can play on a different difficulty than you, than Matt, we can have our own experience, but still play together is neat. Yeah. And I like that I primarily, since we've jumped into the major part of the campaign, have played as Kate. And Kate's got some weird shit going on mentally where she might be neurologically connected to the swarm, is what I'm gathering from the story.
I think so.
And so she kind of has these weird moments of like visions that everything turns red for her and she sees bad shit happening. And I'm the only one seeing it. As we're playing, we'll walk into a room and I'm like, oh shit. And you guys are like, what? Why are you grabbing your head?
Yeah. That's all. I just see your character just having like a migraine and
in mine, it's
no
like
visions.
The whole edges of the screen go red and I just see like a figure murdering another figure in the center of the screen while I hear the secrets of the universe. It's cool. And I like how they do that and they play with expectations because it fully like, I don't know. It's a neat experience. I've never had an experience like that where we're seeing different things as we're playing through. I can't remember another example of that.
Yeah, I don't know to that specific
like not
detail.
In that, right?
But in terms of like kind of different experience, we're playing the same game together. Last thing I can think of, regrettably, is Splinter Cell Convictions co-op.
Sorry, why regrettably?
Well, if a certain friend of mine is listening, they know why.
Oh boy.
No, because you're both agents, but then at the very end, the overall agency has to, tie off loose ends. Mm-hmm. So you each hear your own special mission, and you're not supposed to tell the other person.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, so it kind of turns into like a little spy versus spy thing.
Do you have to kill each other?
Yeah, and I lost. Threw me off of.
So that's why you don't. I got it.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay. No, it's a good game though. It's really fun. But yeah, I thought that was neat.
Yeah, it's cool. But the other side of Gears 5, I feel zero attachment to anything that's happening in the game. Like,
yeah, I'm not invested. But it's fun to play.
Yeah, like I think the other night I thought about texting both of you to see if you wanted to play, and I was like, if you guys text me out of the blue and say you want to play, then I'll play. But otherwise, I'm gonna go do something else. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get it. It's got some jank.
It does have some jank. It feels like, to me, it feels like whenever I've played something that's pre-release on PC, but we're playing it retail on Xbox.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can see for it is that like it still has its formula. If you're familiar with this series and you've played previous titles. Mm-hmm. At the same time, they are trying to, I guess, branch out. But I don't think they necessarily need to. But it's
no,
it's
but
fine.
I like the landscape. Like compared to previous Gears stuff that I've seen, where everything's just drab, city, brown.
I just feel like it's like missing just a little thread to keep it nice.
I'm with you.
Bundled
like,
together. That's it. Other than that, I mean, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. There's
about it.
There's that X factor or whatever it is that's just not quite.
I do say I do like that. I do get to have like a Magnus moment.
Yes.
So
any game that gives you a big old hammer to swing around.
Yep.
Pretty good.
And
I like the use of like shooting the ice while people are standing on it to drop them through instead of just straight combat.
I do like that.
That's pretty cool.
Environmental combat.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like there's not like. I don't feel in control necessarily. Like whenever I'm shooting, I just feel like it's dumb luck that I'm getting headshots. Like I'm aiming, but I feel like it's just super tiny reticle, and it's like I don't know. I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm using more snipers than anything, so I'm just more focused on headshots. Or unless it's like a giant explosive cannon that I'm using or something. I mean, I can see that. Like sometimes, like the aiming can be a little off, but yet I still manage to, even just like if you're shooting blind.
Yeah, you can still
cover,
hit. Yeah.
It's like I don't know if I should be this accurate.
Probably not, but yeah, I know that a lot of people have kind of been down on the open world thing, but that hasn't bothered me at all.
It's not necessarily like it doesn't break the game for me, but I can just see that like it was a start of an idea and it just didn't seem like it was followed through.
I mean, there's not a lot to do, right? Like, we kind of hit all of the side mission stuff for the most part. I think there's only, like, 2 that we're missing before we're at the end of the act where, like, our next thing to do is it says, like, hey, if you go down here, you can't come back. So,
yeah.
And we did all of that kind of just...
Yeah. Like, you can see that they tried with it, though. Like, not just that, but it's like the lore of the whole...
Yeah,
like, if there are people that care about that. And, I mean, I guess that's kind of neat. Just fun stuff.
I think it's still... a good game overall.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more stuff you would probably appreciate more if you're doing single player. Because I feel like with us, we're just like, let's just go through and just fuck shit up. You know?
Yeah, like I'm kind of.
Which I have no problem with.
Yeah. I'm pulling the story in, but it's I don't think it has that much of an impact in that regard. I know Matt's gone back because I think since playing as Jack, which, it's not the same, right? Like Matt's still experiencing it, but not experiencing it in like a traditional Gear sense. So he's been going back through and playing through the campaign solo as whatever character. So I'm curious to see how that sounds from his perspective next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What else you play this week?
I got into Link's Awakening.
Yeah. Last week you were about at the first dungeon.
I was at the entrance of the first dungeon. Yeah. Now I'm on my way to the 5th dungeon. Yes, the 5th dungeon. So I think out of 8.
Yeah, it should be 8 usually.
I don't know how the other 3 are going to be because I think I have because the first 5 dungeons you need to find keys for them.
Yeah.
And I think I found the last key. I don't see inventory space for 3 more keys. So I don't know how those last dungeons are. Maybe something opens up and I don't know. Because you have to collect 8 instruments to wake the windfish. And so so I'm on my way to get the 5th one, I believe.
How's that game feel in terms of like discoverability and your sense of direction? Because
that's a good question. So in a post Breath of the Wild world, that we live in, you can see that some of this is a little dated in terms of Zelda formula. So yeah, I mean, Zelda's always kind of been about looking around and exploring, and that's cool. You can do that, but what it turns out to be is that a lot of places that you're able to get to, even if you're trying to like quote break the game to get to, like maybe you're just trying a little too hard to jump to a spot you probably shouldn't jump to, but somehow you pull it off.
Yeah.
And you might not be able to come back. So there are times where you might get yourself stuck if you don't have a certain item. So that's the trade-off, I guess, for exploring, is that you realize you're in an area you shouldn't be in.
And you can't always... So what happens if you can't get out? You have to reload a save?
Hope that there's a save that doesn't leave you stuck. Because I would not know how. There's a few times where I've seen some people get stuck in their playthroughs because they tried, because some person was in a house, they didn't have the power bracelet to lift up pots.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in this one little walkway between a table and a pot, and there's an NPC like dog or character walking around randomly.
Yeah.
And they will not move, so you're just kind of just stuck there.
Yeah.
Until they move. You can't push them out of the way, and they're so random when they move. You could be there for a while. But that's like the least of it. I think they still have some like glitches like speedrun wise.
Yeah.
That you can do.
That's cool.
That are similar to the Game Boy one that you could do.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, like for most of it, for me with exploring, that's kind of what I've come across, where it's just like I'm limited on what I can do. I feel like I get here. All right, I found this cave. All right, I can't get across this chasm. I have the Pegasus boots, but I can't jump far enough for some reason. And if I'm able to pull it off, I can't get back.
Yeah, that sucks.
But more often than not, I don't pull it off. But I just know, like, all right, I shouldn't be here. I know I have to go to the next place. But like they kind of do a good job guiding you where you should go, because like on the map there's like a little spotlight.
Sure. Because that's when I played the first one, the Game Boy one. I always felt like
it felt like it was lacking navigation.
Yeah, and I always felt lost and confused. Like I always felt a compulsion to look up where I'm supposed to go next, which completely breaks the point of a Zelda game. Right,
but like with this, it's more condensed, it's more digestible. So it's like it's not like NES Zelda. It's not like, hey, you can kind of go wherever, do any dungeon if you want. No, this one's like you have a specific order, old school formula. You find the item, use the item for the boss fight, move on.
Yeah.
But like sometimes though, like I guess they just expect you to know things, and they don't do a good job of like telling you. So like there's a boss fight I had. It was like a sub boss fight. It wasn't even in a dungeon. It was just its own separate thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you break the pots outside of it, they always give you arrows. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't have the bow yet, so let me go back and buy the bow come back. I guess I need to use the bow for this.
Sure.
No, I've died like 5 times at this boss. I was like refusing to look it up.
Yeah.
And then I was watching, I was watching a video on like this boss fight, and it was different. Like their link looked different from mine. They were doing different techniques. Like they were like, because like it was just a dude in armor with a shield, just keeps jumping and jumping and jumping. I'm like, I don't know how to hit him because he does ground pounds, arrows do nothing, dink, nothing.
Bomb?
So I thought maybe I tried bombs, so like timing it, like when he lands, it lands on a bomb and poof, nothing. So this dude was jumping and hitting him in the head. I'm like, all right, well let me jump hit him in the head. Nothing. Turns out you have to do to charge up spin attack.
Oh.
That's the only effective way. I'm not gonna think that because if my sword isn't working, what makes me think a spin attack is gonna work?
Yeah.
Because a spin attack is just a double damage of your normal swipe.
I guess at some point you could theoretically get to that point where you're like...
But it's like nothing signals that. Nothing telegraphs that you're supposed to do that.
What about the townsfolk? Because this is the game that was very much like Twin Peaks inspired, where all the people are kooky and weird. And
well, there's only 2 little towns. Mm-hmm. One is I think it's called Maple Village.
I just don't know if they, like, would they give you a hint that like if you see a knight, you better spin around before he gets you? You know what I mean? Like some stupid shit like
it's never anything like that. There is a little library that kind of like tells you stuff on like combat and basic controls and whatnot, but nothing is ever that. Yeah. There's nothing about a hint for an enemy. Like there are owl statues throughout dungeons and throughout the land, but even then they don't really give you specific ways to fight an enemy type. But it's like, I don't know. I guess that's just me. I just wouldn't expect another sword technique was going to work if my main sword attacks were not working. Right. So I thought that was weird. I felt dumb, and I was like, this is, all right, I strike one. Yeah. But then you can go into another dream world. And so this is like Inception, if anything. Sure. You get into his bed, and then you wake up in this little temple, and you have to like kind of go around these enemies that mimic you. I don't know if you've ever been in like where like if you move one way, they move the opposite way. Yeah. So hitting them does nothing. Bombs do nothing. Arrows do nothing. And then I found out way later, spin attack. That is the only thing that kills them.
Well, I'm glad you're going through this, and when I jump in, I'll just feel like a champion.
Yeah, I'm saving you so much stress right now. But like, cause like trying to jump over them, I just got a hook shot, and like that stuns them. Mm-hmm. And then if I hit them with a sword after stunning them, it pushes them away. I'm like, cool. Well, maybe I can like kind of set this up to where, because there's multiple of these mimics coming at me. So because I have to jump over them, and the ground is where if you stay on it too long, a hole will emerge or whatever, like will form. Yeah. Okay, so you can't be there too long. So my idea is to keep jumping over them, leapfrog style.
Try and trap them in a hole.
Well, just to get past them. I just want to jump over them.
Okay. Yeah.
And the jumping in this is a little wonky, but so I figured because some of them were like bunched together, so I need to have some space between them so I can leapfrog it. Yeah. So I would stun them, hit them, whatever, kind of just inch it out, and then. But landing on them sucks, and they take like 3 to 4 hearts per hit.
Oh God, no!
So I was like, "Wow, what do I do?" And then I just randomly did a spin attack by accident, and that killed one. I'm like, "You got to be shitting me right now!" This is so yeah. So I haven't gone back to it since, but that's my next thing. But overall, aside from that, the game is charming. I do like walking around. There are some things that I missed out on, like little small details that don't really necessarily change the game. But nice details I would have liked to experience on my own. The trade sequence is kind of fun.
The trade sequence?
Yeah, so like most Zelda games, you'll get like an item from somebody, trade it to somebody else to get something. You just keep trading until you get the final thing. Now, the final thing is a magnifying lens. It's pretty much a lens of truth. Mm-hmm. See things that you normally couldn't see, but it's passive, so it's always on. That was kind of neat to do. It was usually those are kind of a pain for me, so that was nice. But yeah, I like the dungeons. I know they're like, I mean they are kind of themed, but they also have like a basic structure and design to them. Yeah. I did try the dungeon maker thing.
Oh, how is that?
I do like that. Yeah. So like any dungeon you explore, you get those rooms are available as tiles to arrange.
Oh, that's how that works. Because they had said something about that, but I thought it was like you complete dungeon 1, you'll get an assortment of
so those versions of rooms you can have because
that's cool.
Because you're not just making a dungeon, there's like specific quests. So like they'll give you point A and point B, and then you have to, with these tiles, try to make that connect. And you can't have any loose ends on any of it. So it's like you can place a room down, and they're all squares, but maybe they sort it by like 1-way, 2-way, 3-way, 4-way openings. Mm-hmm. And depending on the 2 and 3 ways, what directions those openings are.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Can you do secret rooms?
You can do secret rooms. They're kind of obvious, though, because you'd blow them with a bomb or something.
Yeah.
And I did the amiibo scanning to get special things.
Oh, you got a little guy?
Yeah, I got that, but you can use like any Zelda amiibo, and they each give you a different thing.
Oh, cool.
I think there's only like 5 or something, because I couldn't even use them all. Yeah. I had like one amiibo left to use, and they're like, no, you already got everything. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right.
You can add special effects to the rooms. I think the one with the Link's Awakening amiibo gives you Shadow Link.
Nice. That's cool.
So that's like a little like mini boss fight in there.
That's cool.
It's kind of tough.
Do you feel like this is, worthy of the Mario Maker?
It's definitely like, it's very bare bones.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just these rooms and that's it. You don't get to pick the enemies that are in them. The enemies come with the room. So if it's like a sub boss fight, like mini boss fight room, it's going to be that mini boss.
Sure. Okay. Follow-up question. Do you think they should just spin this out into its own thing?
Yes. I still think whatever we saw in that behind the scenes for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Definitely take that approach. I think that would be.
What if it was just Dungeon Maker? Like, what if it was just
if it was just Dungeon Maker, I'd totally be okay with that.
Stripped out, give you the ability to place enemies and place traps and shit like that. Yeah, now I kind of want that real bad.
Even make a multiplayer.
Yeah.
I think that could work. Trying to think of what else. But yeah, I love that world. I love the style of it. It just feels good to play. And not once have I hooked it up to my TV.
Huh.
Like, I've been wanting to.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't know.
I already got it. Yeah.
It's right here. It just works. It just feels so great handheld. I still find it weird that you can't use a D-pad. That D-pad does nothing in the game.
That's real strange.
So I don't know why. I mean, I guess because you have an 8-direction thing. Yeah. So, like, you can walk in all directions, attack in all directions. So I guess they're trying to be a little more aware of that. But it's like, I can hold in two of the buttons, man. Whatever. No big deal. Yeah, I mean, gameplay-wise, it's smooth.
I've been hearing people talk about frame...
So, yeah, the frame rate is noticeable.
Sure.
For sure. Not all the time. But you get to a point where, at first, it's hard to ignore.
Yeah.
By, like, second dungeon, it's, like, at its worst.
Really?
Well, the swamp area is, like...
That's what I heard. Yeah, I keep hearing about the swamp, but I keep hearing that it's basically that the game runs at 60, but when it doesn't, it drops to 30, but that drop is not a clean drop.
No, like, it kind of feels like playing a PC game and you don't have the best specs, so you have to wait for things to load. That's usually what happens. So when you're first coming out into something, going into something, it's, like, a little slow, and then it picks up.
Huh.
So it's like it got done refreshing or something.
I've also heard, and this is just speculation, but that it's something that's not easily, but that it's an identifiable problem that can be fixed. It's not something that's just innate about how this game works.
I would hope so. I mean, this seems like hopefully they find a way to optimize it and make it run a little smoother. But only in the beginning you notice it. But where I'm at now, it's like I don't even think about it. I just think about where I have to go next.
Cool.
So that's basically been it. I could see them taking the Oracle games and using this same style.
Sure. Because
that's what they did with the Game Boy ones. They use the same exact thing. So that would be cool. That's what's got me thinking. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to like find secrets, collect seashells.
Yeah. Oh,
because that's how you upgrade your sword. There's no master sword in this.
Right.
It's like 2 different kinds of swords. I don't know what the names of them are.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to get the tunics either. But
I heard that's dungeon stuff.
Probably. That's how it was for Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
the mini games are fun. The claw machine I've gotten the hang of.
Claw machine, there's a shooting gallery, right? Or am I
I haven't come across that. If there is, there's fishing.
Oh yeah.
It's all right, you know. I haven't stolen from the shopkeeper.
Do you need to?
No, but you can.
Yeah, I know you can.
I think for speedrun purposes you can do it.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, aside from that, I think like if Trying to rate this game is hard. To me, like a number that pops in my head is like 8.5. Maybe 8 to 8.5, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That's like, it's definitely not it could be a 9. I'll see when I beat it. But right now, that's what I'm feeling.
It's good.
It's just, to me, that's
Or
solid.
would you call it damn good?
I don't know about damn good.
But well, damn good, I feel like, is under great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Because, like, great, you can say in so many ways and get taken so many ways. Like, that's great.
Well, I feel like if I say a game is great, that's like, it's lower than excellent, but it's higher than good, but also higher than damn good. Like, if I say this game's good, it's like, oh, cool, it's good. If I say this game is damn good, it's like,
damn good to me sounds stronger than great.
Stronger than great.
Because you're using 2 words now.
What if I said it's fucking great?
That sounds like it's above everything.
Okay.
If you're adding curse words to it, I mean, you mean it.
Then that's adding some weight to the rating.
No, but yeah, Zelda game, it is solid gameplay despite the bugs, like the frame rate or whatever. Just the combat, moving around, exploring. I haven't really come across any real issues with that.
I'm looking forward to trying it finally.
It's very charming.
Yeah. Anything else you got into this week?
Not really.
Should you dive back into Animal Crossing at all?
Oh, you want to talk about that, huh?
We should.
Okay.
Matt's not here to make us feel bad about it. He'll just text us Monday afternoon as he's listening to it.
Yeah, so that got a Halloween spooky time
update. That's all it fucking takes, man, and I'm back in. And so I don't know what happened. So in order to you got a new spooky campsite, right? You get all the cool black trees and black houses.
But it's all like stage play looking.
Whatever, I bought it all. Bought it all.
I kind of like the other stuff more.
Yeah, but it
the
wasn't
red
as
sky
dark.
with the falling feathers.
Yeah, but
and
it's
the
not,
real gravestones and the real dead trees.
But it's not as dark.
What?
Like color wise.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, you got
this
it.
casts
You're right.
a shadow over
You're
me.
right.
So I bought everything except for the sky. I got to save up enough tickets or whatever the fuck. Cash.
Yeah. Leaf tickets.
Leaf tickets.
Also known as money.
Yeah. So I had 300 Leaf tickets because I haven't spent any money on this game.
I spent very little.
I thought about it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I had 300 Leaf tickets. So I bought.
No, I'm sorry. I meant my Leaf tickets. I spent very little on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I bought like one of them. I don't know, the foreground or something. And I was like, well, I'm not going to get any of these other ones anytime soon because that's all my tickets. Because it was like, I think it was 300 to get the one that I bought.
Yeah.
And I maybe had 334 or something like that. So I was like, oh, all right, whatever. I got the one. This one looks at least fine by itself. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was a glitch. I don't know if by buying that, I got like an in-game achievement that gave me more cash. But I ended up with another 300 Leaf tickets.
Yeah, I have like 400 something right now.
I have like a fuck ton. So I bought all this shit. I bought like I bought everything but the sky. So now my whole thing is transformed.
Did they have like an anniversary recently?
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe they just gave a bunch out.
Maybe.
But yeah, I got that. I've been doing the garden thing so I can get the pumpkins and.
I still don't quite understand it, but I'm doing it.
Walk me through where you lost.
Just the whole process of it. Just like what it like.
Plant the seeds.
Yeah.
Wait a while. 3 hours to be precise.
Catch little hat things.
Catch little hat things if you can catch like.
But then you give hat things to friends in their garden?
No.
What can you give to your friends?
Help.
Is that all that it is?
I think that's it. Yeah.
I thought you could visit their garden and do something else, but maybe
you
just
help
go there
and
grow.
Water. You just go there and water plants.
But I guess you exchange the hat things. Is that what it is?
So you take the hat. There's like an in-game challenge that the little hat creatures.
What are they? Gnomes?
They're like gnomes with witch hats.
Yeah.
Those little things. The more you collect, you hit these milestones of Jack's stuff. So then you end up getting little things. So I have like
they're like a currency for Jack.
Kind of. It's like once you get 5 of them, you get this little thing. This little. I got like a tea set, or not a tea set. I got like a cookie platter that's made out of spiders or some shit.
I got a candle bra.
I got that too, right? Like
I didn't know that was even a word until that game.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you start to get spooky themed items by getting those, and then The cool part is once you get enough pumpkins, you can go talk to the Lloyd in the garden, and you can trade in your pumpkins for things, which you can trade in your pumpkins for other pumpkin seeds or fertilizer. Fuck all that. Give him 20 of them. He turns it into a single potted version of that. So now I'm starting to pot up my pumpkins. That way I got all these pumpkins all over the place all the time. I got creepy statues everywhere.
Black and orange pumpkins?
Yeah, exactly. So that's been fun.
Okay.
And by fun, I mean I keep doing it and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I need them to make a new Animal Crossing game, like one on Switch and put it out. That would be nice.
Soon.
I know.
Wait, isn't it like in the same month as Final Fantasy?
Yes. Which.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, we all know who lost that fight.
Yeah.
Sorry, Square. Just
Sorry,
kidding.
Square. Well, I guess that's a good segue into some Nintendo mobile stuff from this week as well that I played a little bit of. And
oh, right. I did kind of.
Yeah, Mario Kart Tour came out on Wednesday. And
yeah,
I don't like it.
Nope, it's not good.
So,
which I kind of expected. But
if you haven't played it yet, it is Mario Kart, and it looks really nice. Like the character models are nice, the art asset, everything's really like clean looking. But the way that you play the game, your racer will push itself forward. Your racer's automatically driving. All you're in control of is the steering.
Weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't love it.
I mean, I am able to pull off like a second after the countdown, like on 2 and.
Which that's the weird part is like you need to do that.
You have to like push forward with it.
Yeah, but then once you're in motion, your character's just driving itself and you're only turning it. And the way you turn it, I don't like. So there's 2 control schemes. I did the advanced one or whatever, where as soon as you tap the screen, you're immediately drifting.
Yeah, it's like whenever you're turning, it does a little hop every time you turn.
Oh, it does the hop right into the drift.
I turned that off.
And is it better?
And then, so from that point, there's just an arrow in front of you.
Okay.
And you just kind of guide
the
car. So you're never peeling out. You can't jump. I don't know how to do it. So.
Do you feel successful? Like, are you getting first places or?
I am getting first place. It's also not hard because it's 50cc.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not hard to win a race. It does feel better to turn, but at the same time, you're trading off that you can't
do a drift.
Yeah, I mean, unless you can, I just don't know it.
I don't think you can. I think that's the trade-off.
And it's just, it's just odd. And so it's like no matter what, it has smart steering. So the difference is, do you want more of it or less of it?
Right. And
so it's always gonna have it.
I will say that after I did like 2.5 cups and I got used to the controls for a bit, but then it like strips out things. Like I played through the Yoshi level, the one from GameCube that is shaped like a Yoshi.
Yeah.
There's a very like obvious shortcut that you can take where you kind of like pass through that one part.
Jump over the water and do a little ramp. Yeah.
Can't go off the course in this. Like I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna go right for it, and then nope, you hit the wall and it tries to guide you back on course because you can't.
Lame.
It won't let you leave the course. It won't let you fall off, and it just.
Yeah, and like I tried to see if you could play horizontal at all, like landscape, and you can't.
The one thing I haven't tried with a controller yet. I want to know if that works. If that works, that changes things a little bit, but not a lot.
It's probably more tolerable that way for sure.
Yeah, but I bet they don't let you use a controller.
Probably not.
Who did you get at the start?
I got Toadette.
And? Did you not do the pipe pole push thing?
I don't know. All I had available was Toadette and Bowser. So
okay, you got okay. So
I've been playing as Bowser.
I got Toadette and Peach.
Excuse me.
And then so the game you earn every time you complete a cup, you get red gems, and you can use those red gems to do the pipe launcher, where you kind of basically
there's a big old gotcha.
Yeah, you pull the lever and you see if you can get a new racer, a new cart, a new what's the other one? Glider, and maybe wheels. Maybe the other one.
I don't know.
I might be wrong about that. But yeah, that seems like one way to do it. Like that, if this were a game that I actually enjoyed playing, I wouldn't mind that so much because I did feel like I was genuinely like earning things as I went. And if this was a game that is for the long term, right, where I want to be playing this for a long while and I just always kind of check in with it, I wouldn't mind that approach to like new item acquisition and racer acquisition because it's something that you're earning over time, which feels like, I don't know, something to look forward to. But Because I know that's the first thing that you could rip apart is like the microtransaction heavy stuff and the...
See, that stuff I just expect now.
Right, so expecting it and knowing it, you can kind of take it for what it is, and it's like, well, yeah, this kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But then there's a subscription service that popped up on the launch day.
Yeah.
That is $4.99 a month that gives you 200cc and better loot drops at the end of races.
That seems overpriced in my opinion.
I think that's really hard to justify in the wake of Apple Arcade costing $5 that gives you 70 games with no microtransactions, with no anything, with no bullshit.
And it's just like, and like you already have like the gacha like formula in there, and like to pay to get better chances of it.
Yeah.
Like you're not. It's. I mean,
when you think about it though,
how much is the guarantee?
So like think about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is $60, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna play this game, Mario Kart Tour, for 1 year, at that subscription rate, you're effectively buying Mario Kart 8 for your phone, right? But you're not, because you still have to, you still have to play it like this. You have to do all this crap.
And it has gyro.
Yeah. I tried that after you said that it made you motion sick.
You can't, like, I have to turn my head with it because to get those big wide turns in there.
You really got it. Yeah.
Your phone almost becomes horizontal.
I did not like it.
And it's just like, it just was not good for me. It's very disorienting.
Not for me, but whatever.
It's one of those like, it's a very Nintendo thing.
Just bring back Miitomo.
You know what I mean?
That's all we need at this point.
That's all we need.
Speaking of phone games, I played Grindstone from Cappy Games, part of Apple Arcade. I keep trying to poke at some of those things and just get into a couple of them here and there. And I tried Grindstone finally this week, which is a fucking write it on the board trademark ass mark game.
So I kind of did a dumb thing.
And?
I didn't want to say it on air, but I canceled my trial.
You can still use it or no?
I don't know. I haven't gone back.
Oh.
But like, they were just like, hey, once you're done, you're done. Like, you don't have access to this anymore. And I was like,
I feel like you should still have it for the month.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'll figure it out. I don't know. It's just I didn't feel inclined to play anything.
I feel like it was a lot at once, so it's hard to parse through the stuff, which is why I'm like slowly getting there. And
it's almost like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I uninstalled it. I just could have just ignored it and just left it in the background. That's the most sensible thing to do.
No,
like,
but
fully aware of that. But I don't know why. I was just like,
had you played any of the stuff on there?
Very little. Like, I just sampled things. I never like.
That's where I was at.
I never gave time to anything because I just didn't feel it. I'm just not feeling it.
No, I had the same kind of thing where I was just like, there was 70 games, and it's like, well, this, you kind of look at them and you're like, all right, I know what that is. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to find a new experience, but spending some time with a few of them, I'm starting to get it. And
like, I did the most ass backwards thing. Like, I got rid of that and I got Pocket Camp again.
Yeah, that you're doing something wrong. But
it's like, don't trust, listener. I know.
Yeah,
I know. Like, I don't know. It's just,
we've all been there.
Just not feeling it.
Well, Grindstone, it reminds me of like Zach Gorman's artwork.
All right, I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, very like kind of bulbous, cartoony stuff. I love the way they present the story at the beginning. It's like all done through a comic book panel, but the comic book panel is kind of like, it's like a square in the middle of the screen and then a square at the top and a square at the bottom that are cut off. And it just kind of has these little vignette things that show you a bit of the story animated, and then it moves to the top. The top and bottom ones go gray and the middle one's highlighted. Just kind of like, parses through like little elements of the story to get you introduced to why this character's doing what he's doing. It's just this dude in a cabin, and he leaves to go kill monsters. That's basically it. So you load up, and it's like like a 6x7 or 7x7 grid of monsters. And it's usually 3 colors on a map. So you might have a purple one, a red one, and a yellow one. You need to string together chains of them. So you kind of just tap on them, or you can slide your finger across, and you want to draw a line. This can be up, down, left, right, or diagonal. In as many as you can. If you get more than, so you do that and you hit like fight, and the dude will just cut his way through all of them, kill them, and then everything kind of falls down, bringing in more from the top. and just filling in the thing. If you get more than 10 in a chain, then you get a grindstone, that pops up in its place of the 10th one. By touching a grindstone in the midst of you moving about, you then get to change the color of your chain. So if you get through 10 yellow ones, you hit a grindstone, you can then go through 10 purple ones. And like if you build up enough grindstones on the map, you could theoretically clear the entire map if you have the right placement. Each level usually has like a required number of monsters you kill before you can get to the exit. And then as you go on, there's things where it's like, you maybe need to unlock a chest, but before you can unlock the chest, you have to get the key, and then that kind of thing. You also start to earn items. So like I got a shield as the first item you get, but before you can get it, you need to make sure that you've killed or opened enough crates in a stage to get wood out of that to then go craft the shield. It's all done like that, but it's like this cool puzzle element that's presented in a different way that's just been a lot of fun to just poke around and try and solve these little things. So I recommend that one. Yeah. Other than that, I don't think as far as Apple Arcade, I jumped back into, so tvOS 13 finally dropped this week. So I fired that up and paired an Xbox controller just to try out remote play with Steam Link, and then try out Sayonara Wild Hearts on the TV. And because that one I was kind of like lukewarm on, and I think I need to sit with that game and play it beginning to end to really get it. Because the idea of it is that it's kind of an interactive album that you're playing.
Okay.
But I'm not getting that sense. I'm getting a lot of, it feels really, I don't know. Shallow's a harsh word, but it feels like I'm missing something. And I feel like if I just kind of sit and play through it, I'll feel a little bit better about it. But right now,
you're not seeing the depth that's probably there.
Yeah.
I got it.
I am, however, seeing a lot of the depth with Session as I continue to get lost in this little pocket of New York City.
Yeah, you've been streaming that.
I have, a little bit here and there.
I mean, I like that this is, what's the word? It's capturing you.
Yeah.
Captivating you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this game encapsulates you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it honestly, it takes me back to being like a teenager and just like going out. I used to live really close to an elementary school. Like you could walk out back of my house. There was a huge long field. You'd walk up to the top of my street, all through the field, and you could cut through, and that was my elementary school.
Yeah.
So when I was a teenager, I would go up there like 6, 7, 8 at night and just skate through the parking lot, cruise all around the school and everything, and fuck around. Nobody was there. All the janitors were gone at that point. You just hang out, listen to music, and skate. And this has that feeling for me again of just like getting lost in an urban space with music on. So I've talked about it last week, but I just killed the soundtrack, the in-game soundtrack, because it's just not my jam. And then I just put on whatever I want on iTunes and then just go. And I've been streaming it not with me or anything, just like let the game play, let the music I'm listening to stream out, and just fuck around.
Man, I need to find something like that.
Yeah, it's been nice to have that, like that, just kind of unwind.
Something that captures that, like that favorite, like one of those favorite times of your life, and you're just able to just zen out.
Yeah, you fall back, because it's like it's giving me this itch where like part of me now in the last 2 weeks playing it, like I'll be driving home and have that itch to like playing this is reminding me like, oh, I should go skate. Like I have my skateboard in the trunk all the time, and occasionally I'll do that, but now I'm like, I'm just gonna go home and skate. Like I can just. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, it's different, because like you're able to do more without the risk.
Yeah. Which that's the thrill of it too, is like eating shit and being like, well, fuck. You know what I mean? But it's also like,
but you get to be comfy.
Yes.
And at the same time, tap that part of your mind.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I don't even know where to go anymore. Like, when I was younger, you don't care. You just kind of go wherever. But
yeah.
Carry a candle in a bag with you. Fucking wipe it on the curb for a while and get gnarly. But. It's just been, I come home from work, fired up, just cruise around in the dark. I've learned a lot more about the game
for
too.
Answers?
Yeah. God damn it. I should do that. All right. Now I got to make a new playlist to fire up when I stream. But I've gotten more confident in the game, and I've learned kind of more what the game expects of you. So I've gotten a lot better at grinding in the game. Although if you've been watching any of my streams, it doesn't seem like that, but I've started to learn like where the game wants you to approach a rail from and how it wants you to pivot into grinding. I think I talked last week how I couldn't pull off a blunt slide, and even though I saw it in the controls, it felt like it was impossible. I've done like a bunch of them this week. Like it's just been, and it's getting more natural. Like the way you approach that grind in particular.
Would you say it's like kind of similar to like learning a fighting game?
In a way, yeah. I hadn't really thought about that, but it's obviously different, right? Because you're approaching a 3D space from back forward. Where in a fighting game, I'm thinking like learning something like Street Fighter or anything where you're side by side. But yeah, like you need to know the timing of things in a fighting game just as the way you would here. And it's all about button inputs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very much a fighting game. I think now that you point that out. And yeah, you do have that kind of muscle memory you start to build where like now I'm like approaching things and I just don't have to think anymore about what I'm doing. I'm just inherently doing it. Sorry. But it's just fucking cool.
That's awesome.
I learned that you can kind of accelerate your button presses. I learned that accidentally when I was streaming one night. Because I found that like I was having difficulty with some of these rails, like getting enough speed to get in the air and onto them. And I think I just like out of habit, like just kind of tapped the A button a bunch to start to push.
Yeah.
And then it like accelerated, like the speed in which I was pushing was increasing. And I was like, oh shit, you can kind of fly through this game now. So that made things a lot easier.
Oh yeah, that probably helps with momentum for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I started finding little weird areas that I like too. Like there's this one spot. It's like a toll parking thing, right? It's got a little like the what do you call that thing?
I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
That little arm that lifts
when you ticket in.
Yeah.
What? All right, you're allowed in.
And it's two lanes.
Gatekeeper.
And then, go past the gatekeeper. And there's just a fucking long, kind of slightly curved curb that separates the two lanes of traffic. And that I would just spend 30 minutes there just fucking around, trying blunt slides, trying this, seeing what I can do onto and off of this thing. Finding stairwells that are kind of deep. That was my new jam last night. I'd find one of those and just kind of throw myself at it and see if I could do a double or a triple heel flip. Just like, how many rotations can I do in this? Because trying to do a double heel flip on ground doesn't work. You just eat shit. But doing it over a stairwell, you can get those because you have more room to fall.
That's so cool.
And then I stumbled upon a fucking level editor.
Oh.
So didn't know that was in there at all. But I think it's left bumper or, L1 maybe.
So at any point in the game?
Any point in the game. And I was like, can you just fuck with shit that's already existing? Yep. Just rip it right out of the ground, throw it away if you want.
Oh.
Not everything, but there's like stuff that I was just like, can I move this bench? Yep, you can move that bench.
That's cool.
And not every item that they use in the game is something so far that you can implement, as an added thing. But I was just grabbing rails and throwing them into the ground where it made sense.
Did you just remake a Tony Hawk like stage?
No, I was just kind of like thinking like if I were skating, what would I want here? And it was like I'll just put this little one of them is just like raised cement from the ground. So I like did that. There were already like these little police railings that like kind of block you off, like a blockade from whatever.
Yeah. So
I just put a piece of like raised concrete and was just practicing doing flip tricks over it. It's
that's cool.
Didn't expect that to be in there at all. I still have no idea how to watch replays. I know how to watch a montage and I know how to save a replay, but when I go back to the apartment, there's the option to sit on the couch and watch replays. No idea how to load any of them.
Watch it be like outside of the game and in like its own directory.
I've dug through that stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I was looking in the wrong spot, but I don't know. There's a really active community too on the Steam forum, so I should look at that. But yeah, nice. Fucking cool, man. Really, really, I love that game. And it's just I know it's still like janky. It's still got rough around the edges. There's
That's okay.
Not a lot in the way of whatever, but it's cool seeing something grow and man,
it's cool that you can look past that and still enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how well,
because I feel like our tolerance lately has been pretty low.
Absolutely,
because we're in an age where we just expect things to just work after all this time.
Let it be right. Let it be
but it's like, but you knew going into it what kind of game it was. You knew it was early access. You knew whatever. Yeah. So it's just like, all right, your expectations are lowered, and that's cool. You're like, but have fun with it.
Yeah, it's still hard as shit, but it's good. Like I feel good about it.
Yeah, I mean the controls still hearing about it still kind of intimidates me.
Yeah, I mean, time with it helps you to get used to it.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, I mean,
because even with Skate, I had trouble.
Yeah, Skate. There were certain tricks I could never pull off in Skate, which to me always equated to the fact that I could never pull them off in real life anyway. So it's fine.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm trying this week, I'm trying to see if you can dark slide. I don't think you can, because every time I've tried, you just immediately eat shit.
What is dark slide?
That is when you do a flip. Like you can either do like a full rotation and a half, or you could just do a half rotation. You want to get your board on its grip tape side down, stand on the trucks, and grind.
The grip tape on concrete is giving me that.
Ugh. Oh, there it is. It's coming back again.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Just the sound.
Yeah. But that's dark slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really like Session. You should play it now or next month as it hits Xbox Game Preview, not Game Pass. Sorry about that last week. It just said XGP, and I'm so used to Game Pass. I forgot that Game Preview.
That's not your fault. They have two things that.
I know.
Same letters.
It's true. Well, we're going to take a quick break, come back with some news from the week and emails, thanks to you, our listeners. We'll be right back. Mark.
Joe.
Found some expired glow sticks in the trash can. Not sure who would throw them away. They still work.
They don't look expired to me.
No, look at this. Firing up. Look at this.
Do they have little connectors?
They probably do. Let's take a look in this bag here. Oh, yeah, they do. You want yourself a glow stick bracelet?
Sure.
Right from the trash?
Did you shake it up?
No, not yet.
That's like one of the more satisfying. It's like popping bubble wrap. Is when you break or like snapping the glow stick. Yeah. So just that crackling sound.
It's a good crack. Let me see if the Michael. Little ASMR for you, huh? That get you wet? There you go.
Thanks.
Now I'm gonna do something fucking wilder. Look, I don't know if you see this, but I got what are called 4 expired glow sticks. You ready?
Ooh. That sounded and felt good.
Ooh. Hearing it in the microphone is even fucking better.
That crunch. It's all about that crunch.
I'm gonna get a little greasy over here.
It's like chewing on bugs, right, listener? Isn't that what it?
Yeah. Taste that good bug.
Taste
We'll get the news in a minute, I promise. But
this
first,
is the news.
This is the news you care about.
One man's trash is another man's glow stick.
How's that bracelet working out for you there?
I was trying to connect it, and I can't do it with one hand.
I
mean, you had it. Oh, you're doing like a.
Oh yeah, I'm going necklace style over here. I think I need.
Can't.
There we go.
I always have trouble with this. Like, I can't have it as a full ring and then put it over my hand because my palm is huge, and it just breaks it open.
Well, yeah, these are designed for children, but now look at that, huh? I mean, that's cool. That's just a cool look.
Just add some foam.
Oh man, back in H2O all over again. Look at this. We still got 2 packets of them. Save them for Halloween. Who the hell throws away perfectly good?
Well, there's not many culprits in the house.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not me, it's only one more. Unless we had like a surprise glow stick visitor. Come on. Boys throwing away glow sticks again. Oh, man. All right, we had some news this week. Mark.
Yes.
We had a State of Play and an Inside Xbox. If you watched those, you already know what happened. If you didn't, The Last of Us 2 got a release date of February 21st.
Yeah.
Humanity looks pretty cool from Enhanced Studios or Enhanced Games.
Yeah, okay, I remember that one. Yeah.
People Mover. Yeah, People Mover, but that is not actually Mitsuguchi, the guy who did Rez and Tetris Effect. It's not his game. They found someone who was working on that game, and they're kind of working as a partnership to help make the game.
Okay.
but yeah, not actually his thing. So it's not the next thing. It's just something they're helping to work on.
That's cool though.
But that also means that we might be getting like a Res 2 or something else at some point.
Seeing all those people gave me anxiety though.
Oh yeah, it looked cool though. Saw a new. Is there anything else big in State of Play? I'm trying to remember. There's a demo out for Medieval now that I've yet to play.
Katamari dude's making.
Yeah, his new game's finally got a release date in December.
Some creepy game.
Yeah, you get to poop on cubes and stuff.
Yeah. Ben would like it.
Pretty good. Yeah, that's what I figured. Inside Xbox, they put the big takeaway I had there was a release date for the first trial of Project xCloud, which you can sign up now to get started in October if you have an Android. You mean do it?
No, it's fine.
Right. You can sign up in October. Do you want a second one? That way you can link two of them together a little bit easier for you. I don't need all of these.
I'll just, you know what? I will connect this, and then I'll put it around this candle. Boom.
You can do that?
All right, fine. I'll take that.
Break you off a piece of that.
Sharing is caring.
There you go.
Thanks. Watch me still not have
enough room. But yeah, you need an Android phone or tablet to do the beta for Project xCloud.
Now I have a shot collar.
But if you have one, you can sign up now. I think it's xbox.com/xCloud beta or Xbox beta. I forget what it is now.
Okay. Can you be? What if you're part of that?
That insider ring thing. That might be part of it. You might need to sign up for that in order to do it.
Okay, yeah. Because I did that for that Resident Evil Project Resistance.
Oh, you did,
thing.
yeah.
I haven't gotten any notifications for it yet, but that apparently makes you eligible.
If you're listening the morning of, today's your last day to sign up for that Project Resistance thing, if you want to do that. But yeah, I mean, they talked about that Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint game a little bit. Showed some stuff for Outer Worlds, After Party, got a deeper dive, but nothing,
Nothing too crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that's expected. They have, we have like 2 more events coming up.
Yeah. So maybe something there.
XO and
Game Awards.
Yeah, Game Awards.
Speaking of the Game Awards, last year we saw the first look at Warner Brothers Mortal Kombat 11 at Game Awards. And it looks like maybe that might be when we hear about a Batman game, because we sure didn't hear about one this week. WB Montreal went out on Batman Day tweeting a bat signal celebration video accompanied with some mysterious flashes of symbols kind of transparently overlaid on the video. And it was like, oh shit, something's coming. Then
nothing.
Scott Snyder, writer of Court of Owls, and of course this game long rumored to be a Court of Owls adaptation, or at least integrate them in some big way.
Yeah. Scott
Snyder, the author of which, had tweeted. Did we talk about this last week? And it was all happening like around this time we were recording and stuff. But Scott Snyder tweeted, "Beware the Court of Owls," and then deleted that tweet. He had quoted their tweet and then said, so it's like, all right, what do we got going on here? And then Monday, they said capture the night and just tweeted those symbols playing out, and that was it. Nothing since. So everyone expected it would be in State of Play, and when it didn't happen in State of Play, I was like, okay, I guess the Xbox thing will have the Batman game.
Nope.
So maybe it's like the Dark Knight movie marketing campaign where people have to actually do some shit to figure out where. Maybe the capture the night thing is leading into.
It's a very blue ballsy tease for sure.
Yeah, it definitely took the wind out of it.
It was teasing a tease.
Right, so who knows? Maybe we'll hear something soon. Maybe it won't be until the Game Awards, but I don't know.
Maybe it won't be till Halloween.
I could see that. I kind of expected that game to be out this year, honestly. Because you figure whatever Rocksteady.
November 8th.
That's true. November 8th is coming. Final Fantasy VII Remake got its box art revealed. Looks very familiar if you've seen box art of Final Fantasy VII in the past. What do you think about this one, Mark?
I like it overall. There's one little detail I'd change.
Yes.
The symbol behind the logo, behind the title, don't make that cut out, outlined, whatever. Make it flat like the original. It has the embossed
black
thick border around it all.
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
Yeah, I see that. But that's how you know this one's in,
Other than the word remake, that's how we know it's
right.
No, but yeah, I mean, I didn't know. Actually, for some reason, that was like the last thing I thought of for them to do a cover of was that. I thought it was going to be the one where he's just kind of looking over the town.
Started it, yeah.
I don't know why.
Very, see like the Midgar, but
I'm totally okay with that.
That makes sense. Do you think this is going to be like Final Fantasy 15, where they're calling it Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and then after, and like all of the, because remember this is just like part 1 technically.
Yeah. Do you think there should have been part 1 on the label? I know that's been like a question going around. People are like, it seems kind of misleading that it doesn't say that.
No, because I bet you that you'll end up buying this for $59.99, or you can buy the Ultimate Edition for $99.99 that guarantees you the Episode 2 and Episode 3, just like you got like Episode Arden and all that shit for Final Fantasy 15. I think they're going to go with that approach for it. Which means that this is less misleading.
Doing like some like side stories or plays other characters that normally aren't.
Yeah.
Like in your party or something.
Yeah.
Like the Turks.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Mario Kart racing wheels have been announced. Officially licensed Mario Kart wheels for Nintendo Switch. If you have been dying to play that with a racing wheel, now you can.
Not compatible with the mobile game?
I don't believe it is. That looks kind of neat.
I mean, it's cool. They finally have like gas pedals and a steering wheel that isn't made out of cardboard.
Yeah.
And I mean, nothing wrong with that, but this seems surprised it didn't happen sooner.
I agree.
Like GameCube.
Yeah, like an official, because it has a little Mario logo on it and everything. Yeah.
My brother was all about that stuff.
We had one for PS2 for like Gran Turismo Need for Speed.
Yeah.
It was fun. But the first 2 House of the Dead games are being remade.
This is interesting.
I'm excited about this.
It's by the studio that is remaking Panzer Dragoon.
Right. So.
Which is also Sega.
Yeah.
So.
No word on control schemes or how that's going to work.
Did you see what platforms?
No platforms have been announced.
Huh.
Yeah, the first game's expected next year, and Forever Entertainment is the developer.
Because I can see like a VR thing. And I can also see like PlayStation Move.
Yeah.
Switch.
It makes sense that it would be a motion-based thing.
Yeah.
To accommodate for the light gun parts, but maybe they do it as a twin stick. I don't know how that's not going to feel great.
I don't know. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to play it.
I mean,
it's like that Dead Space Xbox Live Arcade game.
Oh, the Unreal. Yeah. Did you play? Wasn't House of the Dead on Dreamcast?
Yes, I never played it on Dreamcast. I played arcade, so
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
and I know there's Typing of the Dead.
Well, yeah, of course.
Which I think they have Dreamcasts on their back.
That's
because I think there was a keyboard.
Yeah,
that you just hook up to it.
Yeah, I remember that. I played House of the Dead Overkill.
That's Wii, right?
That was I played it on PS3 with the Move.
Okay, yeah, they had it on Wii as well.
Okay, yeah.
Because I remember that. I remember seeing that box art. I think they had 2 versions. I think there was a like part 1 and part 2 or something. Like one was a red cover, one was a green cover.
The one on PlayStation was yellow, from what I remember.
Oh, really?
So maybe it took part 1 and 2 all into one on PlayStation. I don't know.
But I thought that like that came out around the time when like Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles was.
Yeah.
I was like, this is perfect, man. Yeah. Like Wii is so good for this.
Put them on Switch, dude.
Yeah. Give us a gun attachment and just.
I'd be down with that. If you're looking to buy a new PlayStation or its accessories, you now have a new retailer to buy from. PlayStation is selling its own stuff directly to you. PlayStation Plus members are eligible for free 1-day express shipping, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there's an online store. This is something Microsoft's done for a while.
I think I'm surprised they haven't done this sooner.
Yeah, but because the conversation's changed a bit. It used to be that these companies really relied on third-party big box retailers to do this stuff for them, but that
especially with like exclusives.
Yeah, would you be inclined to buy a console from PlayStation if you needed one?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, that's the most trusted source, I feel.
Yeah, if you're getting it right from them.
I mean, if I'm doing it online, right?
Sure.
Like, if I wanted to go somewhere in person, and that's, not to worry about shipping, not to worry about waiting, just get it right then and there, then, whatever. But yeah, I guess as we're approaching more with doing everything online.
Yeah. I'd rather buy it right from the manufacturer than anything else.
Yeah, I would feel better about it.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah.
It'd probably cost more. I feel if other places do like a deal and you're selling it cheaper or something. I don't know if they're going to take advantage of that.
Why are they doing that deal? That's the question you got to ask. If I can get it cheaper there, what's the catch? There's always a catch.
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
kind of want that Death Stranding one.
Yeah. There's no
only in my situation because I don't like my PS4.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
I'm doing everything.
Nice to have a Pro.
Everything I can to not buy a Pro.
Right, but because next year, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what am I doing? Just wait for the PS5 if I even want to get it.
Yeah.
And then all these PS4 games that are coming out right now, they'll be.
I'm trying to think of what I have to play on PS4. I think it's just Death Stranding at this point. Last of Us 2.
Right, but that's if you want to play it right then and there, or
as long as those run, I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to play them as soon as they come out, but yeah, I don't know. Speaking of Last of Us 2, big news story from the week: Last of Us Part 2 will not have multiplayer. Thoughts? I know Matt was really into it. I was kind of hoping he'd have his opinion here, but
well, as somebody who was really late to the Last of Us game scene, I never played multiplayer. I'm not really a multiplayer guy anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not. This doesn't affect me. But I heard it was good. I heard people did enjoy it. I can see the fun in it. So I do feel bad for people that were really looking forward to that maybe.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when the first one it was announced that there was a multiplayer mode. I remember people being mad about it having one in the first place. That it felt tacked on and it felt like a cheap thing just to whatever. And
because like that era, everything was just trying to have a multiplayer.
Yeah.
Everything wanted that. Everything you could tell, like they weren't even trying to hide it. They just wanted that Call of Duty audience.
Well, and they were also fighting used game sales because it was a reason to incentivize people not to trade their game in.
Just keep things going, and that's why you have all these expansion passes and content and season passes.
It was gross. So you had all these people backlash against it, and it was like, just make a single-player game better. And now they're doing that. And Naughty Dog literally had made that statement that the team is focusing on making the single-player experience as best that they can.
It's like two discs.
Right, yeah, right. When you buy it Blu-ray, which is crazy. However, the Naughty Dog did put out a statement regarding multiplayer because then people were upset that it was confirmed it wasn't coming, but they're gonna make it kind of. It won't be there at launch, but
which honestly I think is for the best.
Yeah,
because obviously the single player, the narrative, that campaign, that story, that is going to be its main focus. You want that to be soaked in as much as possible.
Sure.
I mean, didn't GTA kind of do that? Didn't Red Dead kind of do that?
Right, yeah.
Multiplayer wasn't out right away, but that, I don't think it really hurt them at all,
So the big reason is that the single-player campaign, quote, is far and away the most ambitious project Naughty Dog has ever undertaken. Likewise, as development began on the evolution of our factions mode from The Last of Us Part 1, the vision of the team grew beyond an additional mode that could be included with our enormous single-player campaign. Wanting to support both visions, we made the difficult choice that The Last of Us Part 2 would not include an online mode. However, you will eventually experience the fruits of our team's online ambition, but not as part of The Last of Us Part 2. When and where it will be realized is still to be determined, but rest assured we are as big a fan of factions as the rest of our community and are excited to share more when it's ready.
It does sound like it would just be like a standalone thing.
Yeah.
That you just buy separately. You don't even need...
That makes sense.
You don't even need the game to get it.
Yeah, I never played that original one. For me, that game was just a single player experience and done. I know that people liked it, and that's a bummer it's not there, but it sounds like they're looking to get it there at some point. So, a couple more things before we get into our emails. 8BitDo, manufacturers of thefreecheese.com's host Joe Dix's favorite controllers, made a new controller The 8-Bit Do Lite, an ultra-portable controller made for 2D games and more, available in 2 colors that match the Switch Lite, $24.99. Did you look at this thing?
I did see it.
It's got 2 D-pads like the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, like, it's funny, like, not the controller, but the Switch Lites themselves.
Yeah.
How I'm seeing them being advertised in stores.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I go into a Target.
Mm-hmm.
It's in those little cardboard columns right by the registers. Like, up front.
Weird.
They have, like, the security
Yeah. But
wrapping,
just grab it and go
on.
kind of thing.
But yeah, but they're just right up front. I'm like, wow, you guys are just all right.
I have questions on that, but we have an email coming up in a second, so I will.
Okay.
I'll wait for that. But yeah, that looks kind of cool. I'm still curious where the 8-Bit Do 02 is. I've been waiting on that for a real long time. Since 8-Bit Do announced its new wave of these newer style controllers, they announced. Yeah. Remember the little tiny Zero that I bought that you basically can't do anything with, but I loved it?
Yeah.
They announced the 02 that would be Switch compatible and, more universal.
Still nothing, huh?
No.
Wow.
Like, the last thing that someone had heard was, I saw there's a thread on Reddit where someone got in contact with support, and support said spring 2018 after being delayed from fall 2017.
What's funny?
1918, whatever the fuck.
About these new controllers, this is probably the best alternative to saving the most money of, like, kind of replicating a normal Switch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to play handheld. I mean, you can't play it on a TV.
Yeah.
But if you want to kind of play from afar for some reason, or have like multiple people playing with you.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's. Seems like it's replicating that kind of design.
$50 total for 2 controllers?
Yeah.
That's already cheaper than a pair of Joy-Cons.
Totally. Yeah.
So.
Are you buying those new Joy-Con this week?
I really want the purple orange ones.
Me too. I don't want to spend fucking $80, but I really want that purple one.
80 does seem like a ripoff.
I get it, right? But
it should be like 60.
I know. But I get it. But I fuck. Mark, Apex Legends has so season 3 starts this week, which will also bring World's Edge, the new map, to Apex Legends, along with a new legend, Crypto. Not the Wonder Dog.
Yeah, that's with a C, not a K.
Yeah, it's with a C. Apparently a hacker of some kind.
That makes sense for that world.
Yeah. Aping on Sombra a little bit, I would expect. But yeah, new map where there's a lot of like lava and icebergs and shit like that.
Yeah, I watched the little trailer for it.
Yeah.
I was trying to pause it at one point because it goes by all the different rooms for characters. Not all of them, but like some of them.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
one of them is playing games. And I was trying to pause to see what games he's playing because I wanted to know if it was Titanfall or Apex. Because if it's Apex, that's fucking with my brain.
Yeah, it's a little meta.
But if it's Titanfall,
that's kind of funny.
That's a nice nod.
What if it's the VR version of Medal of Honor being developed by Respawn Entertainment, developers of Apex Legends? That was announced. I don't know if it was announced this week, but if it was announced before this week, I didn't hear about it.
I almost thought they were dead. Because I just haven't hear from them a lot.
Medal of Honor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess ever since EA acquired Respawn, Respawn's been doing great stuff with Titanfall and now with Apex, but yeah, they've got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order out in a month or so. But yeah, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond is due out next year.
I think I would play that. I think I played Medal of Honor more than anything. Like out of all the army shooters.
Yeah.
Like I played Frontline for GameCube, oddly enough. And I did co-op campaign with that. And I was like, what a good start to that game. Like your ship is getting bombed and you just get on turrets immediately, start shooting down planes. Like there is no real tutorial. It's just
throw you right at
get up.
That's the best kind of game.
I was like, yeah, this is fun. I don't know.
All right, I'm not seeing anything on that Medal of Honor thing here, but yeah, it sounds kind of neat that they're doing it.
Yeah, go for Respawn.
Yeah. I think that's basically it for the week. We got a couple other things in here, but that's kind of you want to move on to some emails?
Sure, let's do that.
All right, we got 3 emails this week. I've got them written out in the right order here. Dear the Free Cheese, should I buy a Nintendo Switch Lite? I have a regular Switch, and the rumors of an advanced version coming next year make me think that I shouldn't, but I think it would be neat to have one on the go and one for home. Is that crazy? Signed, Anonymous. I've been thinking about this as well.
Yeah.
I don't need one, but I kind of want one. Did you get to hold one when you were? Oh. Like I kind of wanted to go to Target just to.
I mean, I've seen the size comparisons. It's like not that much bigger than a Vita.
Oh God, that sounds fucking perfect.
And yeah, I don't know. Like I guess it depends on your life, right?
I barely ever play mine out of the dock, and if I do, it's I don't need one, and I think for me it doesn't make sense. But
like I could see. I mean, if you have the original one already, yeah, I can see why you could. I could see the plus side to getting a Lite. That way, like, maybe if something happens, you still have one that, you can play. So I guess it's good for insurance reasons.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, if you're just, I mean, like, like what's your play style? What's your lifestyle? Are you, like, is it just you? Do you have family? Do you have a significant other? Whatever. Friends? That I don't know. Whatever. That you might want to share one with, or like you just want to keep one at home, and then what you can you share the same?
Yes, it's kind of like if you have multiple PlayStations, right? Like where
same cloud data, whatever.
Cloud data syncs. You can do local transfers of saves for games that don't support cloud saves, but then one of them has to be your primary and one of them has to be your secondary.
Right.
Primary, before you can launch a game, does a quick check to make sure that you are who you say you are and that you're not playing somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So like for me, I like the idea of them. They do look nice. But that's about it for me. So like a secondary Switch, that I get that. But the way I'm seeing it, I'm more of I want a more beefier console if that's to happen.
Yeah.
So I want my OG Switch now to be the secondary.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather take my $200 and put it towards whatever a new one might be.
Right. So I just have one that's always home and plugged in, like docked, and it's just like I don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, it looks nice, good presentation, whatever. And then the current Switch I have now with my shitty Joy-Cons, that's the one that can get the wear and tear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's that.
But
that's me.
The one thing that they point out is having a dedicated handheld and dedicated home console.
Yeah.
I do miss that. Like having just like the Nintendo thing for my pocket and the Nintendo thing for the television.
Right. Yeah.
But then again, having a Switch has been, it's funny because I feel like at times kind of come around the other side of it where we used to just, if you remember the Wii U, as we all do, just starving for content. Mm-hmm. And the fact that the 3DS was getting so much good stuff in comparison, it felt like, man, and then the Switch, consolidating all of those development efforts into one platform that you could have the best of both worlds. Like, it's funny that now the idea that you can kind of reverse back on it, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they're separating it and selling each of the parts, which is the typical game cycle, it seems, when it comes to content.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I think if you don't have one, I think that's a different question about which one you should buy.
Yes. And then again, it also depends on your play style.
Yeah.
Like, do you plan to do just a lot of single player stuff? Because obviously these don't come off. They're not Joy-Cons.
Right.
So if you're trying to play with somebody on the same tiny screen, that's going to be kind of awkward.
If you ever need to host a Smash Brothers tournament, nah.
Mm-mm.
And that, I think Smash Brothers is one of the things for me that gives me pause. Like, obviously I wouldn't get rid of my regular one, but to get a second one, playing Smash with that, probably not.
I think if you're somebody who travels a lot, I think I could recommend it.
Or if you have a commute where you're not the one driving, then that makes sense. But
yeah, I mean, in my eyes, I just think because there's a newer Switch model for the OG, but that has a better battery life, but at the cost of not having an accurate screen color. So the white isn't a pure white; it has a reddish tint to it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it's you probably wouldn't notice it if you just got that and that's it. But when you compare them side by side, you can't unsee it.
That sucks.
Yeah. Overall, I don't think there's enough pros for me to recommend it. But yeah, I mean, depending on your situation. You know?
And to answer the final question, is that crazy? No, I don't think it's crazy because
No, I mean,
I bought a PSP 3 months after I bought my Vita, so anything's fucking possible. You do what you want.
yeah, I mean, people own different Game Boys, different DSs. I mean, like sometimes I would try to go back. I mean, even though I have a 3DS,
Yeah.
I still like the DS Lite
Yeah, no,
because it's the one thing that could play DS and Game Boy
Game Boy
games.
Advance, yeah.
So
it's good style. Our second email comes in from Greg. Hey all, I love the emails lately and wanted to add my own to the show. I know this is a cliche question, but I'm curious how you'd each answer. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, alive or dead, who would they be and why? Thanks, Greg.
So this is a dinner where they're all at the table simultaneously? Or it's separate dinners?
You know, I always interpreted this question as separate dinners.
Okay.
I
mean, that kind of makes...
But I don't know. Would that change your answer?
I guess not. It would just prolong the time,
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah.
of dinners.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it wouldn't. Do you want to go first?
I mean, like, my gut reaction to this question is Michael Keaton. But I want to have, like, lunch with Michael Keaton. I don't want to have dinner with Michael Keaton. Like, I want to just, like, sit down and go have, like, a sandwich with Michael Keaton somewhere.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just kind of, like, shake his hand and be like, all right, I'll see you next time. You know what I mean? Like, seems like a dude you just kind of want to sit down and just talk about the day with. Like, you don't want to pick his brain about anything. You don't want to go into whatever. You just kind of let the conversation go where it goes.
Well, it's like, what's your version of dinner in your head? Are you thinking, like, cliche movie, candlelight, nice steak?
I think when this question pops up, you do jump to that, but in reality, like...
Because I'm thinking, like, who would you get wings with?
Oh, who would you get wings with? That changes everything.
Or, like, who would you go have sushi with? Who would you know what I mean?
Man. Well, like, my other answer for...
Who would you go to a pizza place with?
Man.
Those are dinners to me.
Yeah, that is dinner.
Yeah.
I feel like this kind of counts as one person, but maybe it doesn't. But I really... If this has to count as my 3, then it counts as my 3.
Okay.
But Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Okay.
Like, that is probably the
they could share one seat and sit on each other's laps.
yeah, there you go.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure they do that at dinners anyway.
Yeah, they can just Harry Spider.
Yeah. But I think those 2 come to mind, and the other one's George Carlin. If I could just hang out with George Carlin for a night.
Surprised you didn't say Mike Judge.
Fuck yeah! See, I mean that's hard, right?
Yeah,
Like
it is.
There's
those. That's tough.
Mike Judge would be really good too. Mike Judge would be damn good. What about you?
I don't know why, but first thing that came to mind was Michael J. Fox.
Okay.
Just seemed like I feel like I would get a lot of stories from him that would really resonate and stick with me.
What's the first question you would ask Michael J. Fox if you sat down to dinner with Michael J. Fox?
How did he find such a surefire way to have a good view on life?
Does he have a good view on life?
It just seems like he does. He carries himself very well. Like he's like he doesn't let anything like get him down really. Like no obstacles are really an issue to him. Like he just embraces it.
Yeah, all right.
And it's like you can tell it's not acting.
Yeah.
Like it's just him. And he's very self-aware and it's just like I don't know, I like that. Seems just very down to earth.
Yeah.
So yeah, him, Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
I feel like I could really joke around with him.
Yeah.
I feel like we really talk about some nerdy dumb stuff.
Yeah.
And just whatever. And joke answer is Fred Durst.
Ooh, yeah.
But I think honestly, as of late, similar to Michael J. Fox reasons, I think Steve-O.
Oh yeah. You were telling me about
because like his YouTube channel really gives you some insight on him, and it's like, you know what, this is a guy who has done shit that I would never do, ever in my life, and like I don't know, it's just fascinating just how open and just expressive he is about all that. So I think that would be a bomb ass time to have some wings with, especially after seeing them Hot Ones.
Not bad. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta watch that one still.
So yeah, off the top of my head, those are answers without giving me much thought.
I like it. Not a bad question.
Runner-up, Drew Carey.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that question, though. Thank you. Thank you, Greg. And then, ready for this one? Hi, Cheese. Sarah again. Mark, can you name all of the Monstars? Thanks.
Did we talk about Space Jam? Is that what?
I feel like we're always talking about Space Jam.
No, had you asked me when this first came out, and I actually owned a Toon Squad uniform, I probably would have.
So I'm gonna tell you that I got the list in front of me here.
Do you? Okay.
And I don't remember any of these names except for one. Now that I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I remember that. But otherwise, nope.
They're not like a play on anything, are they?
Nah, not really. Shot in the dark. Gut reaction if I say, Mark, name a member of the Monstar Squad.
God. I don't have... something like Slammer. No, man, this is worse now. This is worse than BK Kids Club. Fucking.
No.
All
right, you got ready?
Yeah.
Pound. Bang. Bupkis. That's the one I kind of remember. Bupkis.
It's starting to kind of ring.
Blanco. Not.
Not?
N-A-W-T.
I probably would have thought Newt for some reason.
Newt makes sense. Yeah.
What? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Well, now I feel like you're asking for it. It's gonna happen again.
Okay, no, for real. At this point, I'm just gonna start just looking
Studying.
up some group names, and I'm just gonna start.
Better memorize all the kids in Captain Planet.
Stop! Don't know. You see, you're giving ideas.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's going to do it for emails. If you want to submit an email, if you want to fucking drill Mark down to the boards here, podcast@thefreecheese.com is where you want to type those letters.
2 Sarah, me 0.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Anonymous, for your emails this week.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks for writing in. That's going to do it for us this week. I'm going to try to beat Control. I'm almost done with that one. I didn't have anything really big to talk about this week with Control. I'm about halfway through, I think. I'm trying to get through that one. I got my SNES controller in from Nintendo Switch Online. It feels real good.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to maybe dick around with some of those SNES classics a little bit. Maybe, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo Switch Online games. Maybe I'll try Link to the Past. Now you got Link's Awakening on the brain.
Have you played Link to the Past?
Once.
Oh.
Yeah, I played it back on Wii Virtual Console for the first time.
Okay.
I think back to back I did Zelda 1 and then Zelda 3.
Got it.
And then I've yet to do Zelda 2. But maybe one day.
Zelda 2 is like your Simon's Quest.
I know. I gotta do that one at some point. I started it with the NES stuff that's on there.
It's a hard start. It is a hard start.
Yeah.
But it's smooth sailing after that.
I feel like I should just fucking sit down and just do it one day. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking. Oh shit, Destiny's out too. That's gonna do it. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Gonna start exploring some mansions.
Yeah, boy. Luigi, you got one to wrap through, and where are you playing one?
GameCube.
Nice.
With the HDMI hookup.
Yeah. What's that company?
Eon.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Well, that's it. You can head over to thefreecheese.com where you can check out all of our other content. Not a ton lately. We've been rolling out wrestling once a month, and then you might randomly catch me on stream over twitch.tv/thefreecheese, or is it /somefreecheese? I don't remember.
I think it's just the Free Cheese.
I think it's the Free Cheese. Go to Twitch or go to thefreecheese.com. There's a little Twitch button at the top you can click on if you're curious. And that's it. I think Matt should be back next week. Email us, podcast@thefreecheese.com. Follow us all on Twitter. The Free Cheese is @somefreecheese. Mark is @og_mental. I am @the Free Cheese. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun. Go skate. Do something fun. Fall's here. October, best month of the year starting this week.
Yeah.
Time to get spooky. Get out there and make something wet. I don't know.
Ectoplasm.
There you go. Sure. We'll be back next week. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, listener, for listening. Bye.